citizens of the planet. Evidently, our first demonstration of Cobra power wasn't sufficient to convince you of my purpose. This time, there will be no room for doubt.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another toy review. This is the Squared Circle Uncensored YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us today. I am your host, Will, SQD Will they call me, here, and we're back in the studio for another toy review. We're going to take a look at this Super 7 Reaction Plus G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Cobra Commander. But before we get into the review, I want to thank everybody for subscribing to the channel. I hope you're watching some more of our toy reviews. We're trying to pump up a lot of toy reviews. I know our toy hunts have been really stacked, and I want to thank everybody for viewing them. But check over the reviews too. See what you like. Let me know what you dislike as well. We can try to flip them around. Go here, go there, go everywhere. But man, I feel like this is the month of Cobra Commander. This is the month of Cobra! Or at least the last 2 to 3 months, because we've been getting Cobra Commander everything from Hasbro, Super 7, so on and so forth. So let's get right into this review and take a look at the packaging. All right, everybody, welcome back. We're going to take a look at the packaging. This is a new line, guys, Reaction Plus by Super 7. We're really excited about this because what does this do? It brings 3 3/4 O-ring Joes back to G.I. Joe, baby. I can't believe we're getting these. They're back and they look great just in the packaging alone. I'm telling you, we're going to get into a little bit of a packaging comparison soon, but looking at this Cobra Commander up close, guys, wow, what can I say? Unpunched. This takes me back. The Sunbow artwork here looks amazing. They finally put a real American hero back on the card like it's intended to be. Love everything about this. Obviously, the Sunbow artwork matches the figure inside the packaging. Love the blister card. Reaction Plus, again, simple and a great job by Super 7 here. Going to the back, we have the remaining figures in this wave 1, this first line. I absolutely love it. I love this. Create your own G.I. Joe mobile strike force. Modern Army Action Soldier. You have the file card down here too, and it is actually tells you stuff, guys. It tells you a story. This is what file cards are meant to be. It takes us back. There isn't a bunch of languages and legalese and everything like that. This is what we want. And boom, you get a little bit of a Hasbro license there with the logo and a little bit of those legalese right there on the back of the packaging. But I mean, guys, I mean, I don't know what more you can ask for the reintroduction of the O-ring, G.I. Joe O-rings, 3 3/4 inch figures. I mean, even when you look at them in comparison to what we've got, I mean, it's pretty crazy, guys. So I want to bring in a few things real quick. I have down below. I want to bring some mint on card comparisons, and stay tuned with us. We'll be right back with those. All right, guys and gals, we're back with our first comparison, and I wanted to first compare it to another, obviously, Super 7 product and line, their regular reaction series, I should say. And here they are. So this is their 5 POA line reaction. Compared to the O-ring Joe, you can see the difference in the card art. You can see the difference in the card all around, and very similar bubble. But let's bring this to the side like this. There you go. They are the same size though. They're exactly the same size. And their file cards look the same, and I'm hoping they do the same thing up here as well, with including the figures in the lineup. That would be great. They did add, again, a Real American Hero back on here, and yeah, they look great. I mean, you know, that they're different enough that I can discern which is Reaction Plus and which isn't. I think people in the stores are getting confused right now because I don't see these moving. I'm surprised. They're like with the other reaction figures. So I think some of the people are getting confused what's going on with these. The next one I wanted to compare it to was the first 3 3/4, well, not the first, I should say, but one of the first carded 3 3/4 figures, O-ring figures we got back from Hasbro that came with that His Tank Transformer, G.I. Joe Collaborative. You can see very different artwork, very different box art. I mean, still the Sumbo images and stuff. Cobra the Enemy logo is a little different on these, and no real American hero there, just a little bit different. Now these have changed, and I'll show you an updated Transformers G.I. Joe Collaborative carded figure as well. But there you go. That is the Baroness in comparison to the Reaction Plus Super 7 figure. So there you go. And we also have, which we just opened and we just reviewed on the channel, that Transformers G.I. Joe Collaborative Autobot Cup Triple T with the Sergeant Slaughter. So here they are, side by side, unpunched. So both Hasbro and Super 7 have gone back to a real American hero on the logo. Again, you don't have the white border packaging in this one. Still get that really nice Sumbo image, though. I do think this is not a reused image. I think this is actually a new image, but chat, let me know in the comments below. Obvious, the blisters are too different. This one being a little bit more, depth-wise, a little higher depth on it. And then the back, file card, etc., etc. And then here you get all the different languages if you can't see it from far away. And then here you get the beautiful story, what it should be on a G.I. Joe action figure, no matter what size it is. And last but not least, the Compare de la Resistance. I don't know if you call it that, but here we go. Old and new. So I guess they're kind of classifying this as the Enemy Leader. I don't know if it's a comic version or what. I think this is just a regular, reissue, kind of restyled Cobra Commander. But it looks great. A little bit different artwork as we were saying. No swivel arm grip, obviously, on the bottom here. But they kept very traditional otherwise. And even this, it's so funny. Now, I didn't even realize this doesn't say a real American hero here. So, I don't know. Interesting. But you can see the back of the card. Got to look into that on my card. But here you go. Here's the traditional file card. Hope this isn't no, this is definitely not a repack. Because if it was a repack, the UPC wouldn't be so annoying. Although I'm surprised they took this out and they didn't take the flag points, because the flag points used to get awesome stuff. But anyway, I digress. We're not going to go into it. But there you go. The old and the new. I think Super 7 did a great job. Comment below. Let me know what you think. All right, guys and gals. That is it. We have reviewed all the inbox comparisons of Cobra Commander here, 3 3/4 O-ring G.I. Joe. And you know now what it's time for. It's time to bust this open. All right, everybody, we busted this one open, and this Cobra Commander's looking shiny and beautiful and good, guys. I don't know, man. These feel great. I really must say that I think this is the closest to the Joes I've ever felt before, like in hand, like from, oh my gosh, these feel so good in hand. I'm not going to do a separate accessory portion. We'll just do accessories and head to toe right now, because, there's not much accessory wise. He does come with a new gun. Real quick, we'll knock this out. So this is, I think, a newer gun for the Cobra Commander. I will put him out of the way so you guys can see that. It does have some nice detailing there. You could see some rivets and things like that that were casted into the gun. Just turn it around for you. There you go. Nice little trigger hand there. Nice gun. I mean, just kind of a newer style gun for him. And then he comes with his classic rifle. I didn't say rifle, sorry. Pistol, I should say. There you go. And that's more of the classic pistol. And again, these are these are molded and casted in, I guess, like a blue, dark bluish plastic. That little kind of, not bad right there. There you go. So those are the two accessories that Cobra Commander comes with. So might as well just throw it on him, right? Let's throw the one gun. Let's throw the classic gun in his right hand. All right, I did have him on a stand. These are star stands. They're on eBay. They do not fit, just an FYI. These do not come with stands. It's weird. They do not come with stands. But regardless, I mean, it fits okay on there. Like, you kind of got to get it on a little bit, and on the other foot, it kind of doesn't fit. So there he is with his gun. This other gun I'll probably just put away in the packaging and save it and, you know, go from there. But let's give you guys a look at the figure from head to toe. We're going to keep the gun on him while we do this, and we'll take him off. This is beautiful. Again, the heft of these when you feel them in hand, and I don't know, just the feeling of these feel like vintage 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joes. The sheen, again, I think I mentioned this in the past on the plastic, looks, again, that shininess that you kind of don't get with modern toys. Even the Hasbro WWF line of days was shinier than a lot of the figures can get. And these Super 7s just got that sheen to them. They look great. I mean, man, look at this Cobra Commander, man, in his chrome dome. I mean, his faceplate is awesome. Very beautiful paint job, too, on everything on the figure. It is just, like, superb, guys. Even when you get in here on the figure, he's got I don't know, what do you call this? It's like a lapel or something, right? It's like the turtleneck part of his shirt. And you get in here and you got those little diamonds and the hit of blue there. And then the powder blue look here on the collar and in the undershirt. And yeah, and just the Cobra logo and how clear it is and how the plastic shines and all the detail in the two belts too when you move down the figure, from head to toe as we do here. Love the belt buckle. Look how clean that paint hit is, man. That triangle paint hit with the white circle around it. It just looks great, guys. I mean, these figures look incredible. The belt buckles on the hip there look great too. I wish they kind of hit a little that belt buckle there with a little silver though. That would have been really nice. But I guess, they're going for the vintage stuff. Even the stripe down the head, everything is clean. Everything is shiny. Look at these pockets back here too. Beautiful work, Super 7. Oh my God, guys. I just don't think that there is like a more perfect 3 3/4 Joe than this O-ring Joe. I mean, this is just amazing. I don't want to even sound like a fanboy or anything. I swear to God, like I'm not trying to get anything out of this. I have no agenda here. When I like something, I really, really like it and I get excited about it. You know that, guys, on the channel if you've been watching. Now, traditional O-ring fashion, you get all metallics in this too, so there's no plastic. It's all metal. Screws to the back, to the screw in the back, holding the torso up. Guys, these are it. I don't want to do this, but for the purpose of the live, there it is. Boom. The ring is there as well. I don't know how long they'll last. There's metal everywhere in this figure. And that is why it feels like a 3 3/4 inch Joe, because they didn't mess with the formula. Don't mess with the formula. There's no reason to. We're not kids. We're not stabbing things in hands. And I mean, maybe you are. I don't know. I'm not banging my figures together, on a regular basis, So, I mean, guys, you don't need to have all this plastics and all this stuff that Hasbro did. All right. So, man, this looks great. Okay, so there's Cobra Commander. I'm going to stop. I gotta, it's getting hot in here, baby. Cue the music. It's getting hot in here because, this Cobra Commander, man, is stellar. So we're going to stop gawking over him, literally, and we're going to get right into some awesome comparisons. All right, everybody, I'm so jazzed about this, and I don't want to be shilling or anything, but it just, these figures really bring me joy and happiness. So let's get into the comparison part of the video. Now, again, we did the head to toe and like accessories together. We'll probably do comparisons and final thoughts together as well. This is a shorter review. It isn't as extensive. It's not very accessory heavy or anything like that. So we'll get into comparisons. We'll do final thoughts, and then we'll see you on the next review. Thanks so much for joining us for this one. So let's get right into it. And by doing that, what I'm going to do is throw out another Super 7s figure here. This is their reaction line, their 5 POA line. Beautiful, beautiful Cobra Commander there. I believe that was the Target exclusive when this first dropped, and it does have the metal or the vac metal visor here for the helmet, which is really, really cool. I love that on Cobra Commander, but very, very similar in design, very similar look, other than the colors and obviously it being a 5 POA figure, but they go well with each other. So if you do have some of this reaction stuff and you wanted to include some O-rings, I think you could do that there. You know, it's not going to be, you know, it's like the Star Wars stuff back in the day in G.I. Joe. So there you go. And for enemy leader's sake, there you go. And that is the enemy leader. And obviously all the accessories would be interchangeable on these because they are both 3 3/4 figures, one being the O-ring and the other being the 5 POA style, the old Kenner style. And the staff does fit his hand. I did test it out. I would actually show you right now, but it's just a pain because, again, this stand for him is not that good. I gotta find a better stand, guys. And I think these reaction figures may be too small the peg holes, but we'll see. We will test it. So let's get into traditional Joes, vintage Joes. That's where we need to go. First, what we'll do is we'll throw in a Destro here. And the Destro looks great next to Cobra Commander. He looks awesome, staying with that vintage design. I'm going to bring them up closer to the light so you can see both of them next to each other, guys, and an up-close look and how the sheen is very accurate. I love that. Regardless of Destro being back metal, the actual figure, it just shines, and I think Super 7 really, really captured that. And again, all metal design for Super 7 too, and a firmer plastic than the new retro-inspired G.I. Joe O-rings that Hasbro's doing. All right, let's bring now Baroness in. There she is, next to Cobra Commander. And again, you can see all that beautiful sheen coming off both figures due to the plastic that they're using, the different numbered plastics, and nice sheen in here as well for the Baroness. So I love them. Looks great. Guys, these are going to fit right in with your vintage Joes, and that's what they're supposed to do. Here we go. Here's the twins. Let's bring twins in. Sorry, they're a little out of line here. Let's get them in line, and you can see again, they go perfect with Cobra Commander. Albeit my twins are, I mean, they're pretty clean. I could say they're pretty clean. They look great. They're complete and clean. But, you know, I always have like a thing about that, you know, like, I mean, obviously a clean new modern figure is going to always look better than the vintage comparison, in my opinion. So here we go. Before we get into the final vintage comparison, I did want to show the Hasbro 3 3/4 ones that were on Pulse. Here's the Storm Shadow. You can see they used more plastic. He feels like a lighter figure. He feels actually cheaper in hand as well. You can see it has almost a matte finish on the paintwork or the dyed plastic compared to the Cobra, who has that really nice shine like the vintage G.I. Joe rings do. But yeah, a lot lighter in kind of weight, in the weight of the figure, and the matte finish with the plastic or whatever kind of paint they used in it looks a little odd too. Looks a little off. And you can even see when we bring in the hooded Cobra Commander for final comparison, see that shine is just not there. It just doesn't exist with those new Hasbro releases. It does, but it doesn't. You know, not to the extent that these are. And these are heavier as well. Again, there's less plastic, more metal in these two style of figures here. So they do have more metal, and they use a denser plastic as well. So there's Hooded Cobra Commander against Enemy Leader Cobra Commander. Beautiful stuff, guys. So again, we're going to move into final thoughts, and this is a home run for me, guys. If you collect G.I. Joe 3 3/4 figures in any capacity, especially O-rings, why aren't you buying these figures? They may be a little expensive for you. I get it. They're what I think the MSRP on these is 20, something like that, which is a little high, I can say, but Target just had that sale. So you guys should have had all of Wave 1 in your pocket for probably $15 a piece. So again, at $15, I think this is worth it. I think you should have picked these up. And if you missed them, I would give them a go. Maybe just get a Cobra Commander for test purposes, see how you like it, see how you like it in hand and stuff like that. And yeah, just, or get two. And if you don't like it, just ship it back, guys. But this, I think, is, I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't like this. Again, comment below. What are your thoughts? Have you had these in hand? Have you had a chance to play with them? Have you compared them against the originals, against some of what Hasbro's doing, to date? Let me know in the comments below, because I think this is a stellar product. And I got to have, again, I don't do it very often here. Did it once. Hats off. Brian Flynn, Super 7. Great job, guys. I don't know what else I could say. This is amazing. A+. Done. Perfect figure. No complaints. Love it. Guys, thanks so much for joining us on this figure toy review. I think I'm just going to keep it a figure toy review moving forward. Don't forget, I am your host, SQD Will here. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the next toy review.